Hey everyone, welcome to another scene in Living World of Darkness. This is going to be a scene for the Changeling venue. We pick up this scene mere minutes after the commotion at Angarona has ceased for at least the foreseeable future. And Diva is just closing up the bar. And Astraea is just kind of hanging out outside, doing his Astraea thing, probably reading some books. Don't ask him where he got the books.
Well, Diva is happy to say that, cleanup was really quick. So, she left food in the back of the freehold for a very, very sleepy little troll. And she's going to close the doors to the bar overall ball and wave her many employees away, They're going to say bye, they're leaving. Gloria will give a very sullen, silent nod to her boss and leave in the opposite direction. Diva doesn't know where Gloria lives, and Gloria is kind of a weird bargain name. But you know what? She's not going to think too much, because really, she's just tired. She's going to lock the doors and look around. It's a nice night. She planned to go upstairs and grab some blankets, and then just go into the entrance, into the freehold from her main apartment downstairs. But she's going to stop if she sees Astraea and kind of think she really hasn't talked to Astraea in a while. Because, well, Diva knows that Astraea was hitting on her and kind of flirting with her a couple of weeks ago. But Diva didn't really... Well, Astraea never came up to talk to her about it, so Diva kind of left it alone. And then when Diva heard that Astraea was dating Summer, she got kind of annoyed. It's really, bro. But in any case, Diva met someone really nice, and then she just kind of stopped talking to Astraea. And she kind of wants to reestablish that friendship. She feels bad that she ignored Diva for really, 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 really horrible. Anyway, so she's going to walk over, and she's going to try to talk to Astraea. And like, hey.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, darling, is there any reason why you're just kind of lurking about? I mean, I'm sure the book is interesting, but I highly doubt that this here city lamp is giving you the amount of light that you need to read properly.
Yeah, you learn to read in a lot of strange conditions. Well, I just want to hang out with you. It's kind of been a while. Things have been kind of crazy lately.
I imagine so, babe. Well, how did you even know that I would stick outside? I mean, I could have just gone upstairs.
Yeah? Flipped a coin?
Okay, very hard-redent of you, but alright, I'll bite.
So... Yeah. Crazy night, yeah?
Oh, definitely an interesting one. I didn't expect to play babysitter so much, but it was interesting. I do want to talk to Galador later, though. He does really need to... Well, hopefully he'll wake up and realize that, oh shit, I did something wrong. But if not, I might want to talk to him, just because Lainey seemed real upset. And it was kind of a shit thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't the best decision I've seen made, but live and learn, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I resisted pulling his feet out from under him. But only because I really don't want blood on the floor. I mean, we've got really nice floors, and scrubbing the peroxide out of that will be really hard. But, yeah, just... whatever. How come you didn't say anything? I thought you and Lainey were all close and buddy-buddy.
That...
I mean, you were fine enough at the bar, but somebody trips your friend and you don't say anything.
Her and Mogram had the situation under control. Had things escalated, I would have done something, but me doing something, well, That's a really nice bar.
You could have just said, hey, dude, what the fuck? You know what? In any case, it's none of my business. Just curious as to why you didn't say nothing. It's fine.
You need me to defend her. She said very solemnly, or he says very solemnly.
What do you say?
She doesn't need me to defend her.
Okay, fine.
If you want to peony all of the layers in that statement.
Can someone roll 7 die?
Can do. You get -2, by the way. Don't forget your Pisky bonus.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wow. I'm not rolling for you anymore. There's still one. Sadness and the very, very small hint of sass, which Astraea has never demonstrated before, by the way.
Diva's just gonna raise a very beautiful, very, very articulate eyebrow, just kind of like, uh-huh.
So you guys see from down the street a female boggin trundling down the street. She's walking in a hurry, and her eyes are fixed on Astraea. And Astraea's seen her, I think, before. You should recognize her as Galador's squire.
Okay, yeah, Basher remembers Emma Stone.
God damn it.
Astra will look very uncomfortable at the, fixed eye point, but she's going to be like, wait, you know what? I'm a fucking Baroness. Let's get it. Stoneface on, noble mode on. Let's get it.
So as the girl approaches, she gets about 20 feet from Astraea before she stops and bows, and then looks up. Baroness.
Come on, homegirl. What's up?
The Baroness, Sir Galador, he's out of control. I can't calm him. I know you were here. I don't know what happened. He just came back, and it's hard to explain. You'll have to see it for yourself. But
Is he on a tirade?
And kind of.
All right.
She can't.
I got this.
And the girl kind of turns and gives an apologetic bow to Diva. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry for bothering your conversation.
No, it's okay, my dear. You're obviously doing your job.
She has a very relieved look on her face, almost like she thought she was going to get yelled at.
Diva will just give her a very calm smile. It's kind of like, it's okay.
Yeah. Astraea is in noble mode right now, which really isn't that different from Astraea normally. It's just that he looks like he knows how to make decisions.
and the girl looks to him. I'll lead the way, I suppose. And she starts trundling back the way she came.
Woo! All right.
Diva will just kind of just stand there and look at Astra like, do you want me to come with you, or?
I feel like we're going to need all hands on deck for this one.
Understood. And Diva will follow. She'll remember to come back and give, more blankets to Dimitri later.
Okay. And yeah, it takes you a fair bit to get there, because I'm pretty sure, like, Brooklyn is not close to.
No, we are in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah.
Well, the Brooklyn Bridge is nearby. We're in Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's the thing.
You're talking to a girl who actually lives in New York.
Because isn't Bright Shores is in Brooklyn, correct?
Oh, Brighton Beach? Oh, wait, Bright Shores?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Bright Shores, which is the entirety of Brooklyn.
Okay, yeah. So she takes you this little freehold, which Astraea's been to before, on the edge of Queens, and Brooklyn, and she just kind of points at the door.
So my neighborhood.
Hey, that's pretty cool. The girl just points at the door, and you see the door is like shoved open. She just kind of goes, "If it's all right with you, I'll wait out here until you have the situation under control."
Yeah, that may be a good idea. Don't worry if you hear anything strange inside. That's just diplomacy.
Diva will look at the young squire, whose name she never gave, and she will smile and just be like, "It's okay, we've got this. Why don't you just take a rest here, okay?"
She just gives you guys a big grateful smile and nods, and she's shaking a little, like whatever she saw, she obviously was not prepared for.
I'm not gonna lie, Astraea's expecting to see a dead body inside. She'll walk in. Fuck it.
Alright, so Galador's freehold is an artist's flat. He is the top floor of the artist's flat, which is where his freehold is located. As you walk in, you see what look like small projects shattered in many places over the floor. You see crafting implements scattered all over, and you think you hear the sound of sobbing, but you're not certain.
Wait, what? Say that again?
We hear there's something.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying you hear the faint sound of sobbing, coming from the center of the freehold.
Diva will frown and walk a little faster. She's used to dealing with emotions, oh dear.
Yeah. Julian's just walking around. I have to roll compulsion if there's any books in the freehold.
Yeah, there's a couple scattered on the floor.
Fuck it, he'll pick up a book and take that on his way. Since he failed.
You pick up a book on dragons, how to raise dragons.
Oh shit. Okay. Julian looks down. Oh, I've read this one before.
So, as you guys, there's little dividers separating the room because it's not got very much. There's one actual room, one or two. So when you reach the center, you see a brazier in the dreaming with the balefire of the freehold, obviously, with a little brazier hanging from the ceiling, which has an egg in it, held over the balefire. You see Galador just slumped on his knees in front of it. You see, as you walk up, you see he's bare-chested. So you see the big scars on his back. And as you walk closer, you start smelling the scent of blood. You would unmistakably smell blood. And as you come closer, you see just his arms are there's blood all over his arms. It looks like he punched. He looks like he was punching the wall, from what you can see on the other side. And he's just sobbing stops when he hears you come in, but he just doesn't react other than that.
Diva will walk closely, but not too closely, and she'll start walking in a circle around him so that he sees her whenever he wants to notice someone. She's like, "Hey, Galador, you okay? There's a lot of blood there, babe. Do you want a towel?"
He just shakes his head and looks up. And he's got a very distant look to him right now. He just kind of stares, not really at her, but through her.
Diva's gonna stop about 2 arms lengths in front of him and just kind of gonna kneel down towards the same level, and just look at him and be like, Galador. Hey, Galador.
And he just...
Did you
Yes.
see something that upset you? Because there are mighty huge marks on your arms, baby.
He clenches his fists and just... I'm sorry. Just... Such a fuck up. By the sound of it, he's slightly slurring his words, so you can infer that he's probably still drunk.
Okay.
No, man. You're not a fuck up.
First, and he just kind of glances at Astraea. First, I had at home with Ross and my first squire, and then I drove Erin away, trying to keep her safe, and then this. Just can't walk around without fucking up somehow. Just.
I don't know what's happened to you in the past, but it was just you getting a little out of hand with liquor, that's all. And it can be fixed with an apology. You know that, right?
He nods. Just kind of... It's almost like he's trying to reassure himself.
Galador, why don't you get up and we can go wash our hands? Okay?
He just kind of looks at Astraea, almost like waiting for like an order. Like,
Come on,
Diva
dude.
will follow follow his look to Astraea and look at Astraea like, Astraea, don't you agree that he should wash his hands?
Yeah. Your fish only look like that when you've taken down an enemy. Not when your enemy is yourself.
he is still shaking, but he stands up and just should be better.
God.
Dougal, I can't let. Shouldn't be this weak. Shouldn't be this pathetic.
No.
Galador, what you should be doing right now is coming with me to the bathroom so we can wash your hands, okay? We can talk all about this after we've cleaned you up. Look good as you stand in there with blood still soaking into the floor. Diva will hold out her two hands in a very, in a low manner so he can come with her. She won't grab at him. She's just going to gesture for him to follow.
He'll follow, kind of hesitantly. He seems still kind of in shock almost.
Galador, it's okay. Just take your time, alright? Diva's
Nods.
just going to turn on the water in the sink and get some, gentle soap so she can wash his hands. She doesn't want there to be any, splinters in his fists. Because that would really, really hurt.
Now, because Astraea has 3 dots in Brawl, he knows roughly how to, keep a hand cleaned up and stuff after punching a lot. So he's just going to be like, here you go, dude. Get it all bandaged up and everything.
Diva also has 3 brawls, so she knows.
Oh,
Galador's in pretty good hands. But
yeah.
He'll help as best he can. He's just, you guys don't have to do this.
It's okay, they understand. Diva's got, 1 in medicine, so she'll help him put some, antiseptic on the bruises very lightly. It's okay. The cuts very lightly. Bandage him up. Bring him out of the bathroom and towards the main room. She'll look around for, a servant to see if they can quickly clean up the mess.
There's no servants, although you do notice, the Boggin is poking her head in, the door, because she's noticed, screaming and the yelling stopped.
Diva will like smile at her and gesture to ask her where the broom and dustpan is, so she can kind of like wipe away some of the blood a little bit, any of the shards of the floor. Maybe a
She'll,
mop.
she'll, she'll like point you out, but if you start moving towards it, Galador will actually like, stop. And he'll like actually like hold out a hand to stop her and go, "No, you're a guest here. It's not right. I'll clean it later."
Galador, your hands are messed up right now. Please let me help you, okay?
He blinks, and then after a moment, just slowly nods, and seems fairly confused at the moment.
Why don't you go sit down? I'm sure Astraea can escort you to a nice comfy couch. Right?
Throw thumbs up.
He'll just walk with Astraea.
And Diva will go clean up the mess as best as she can really quickly.
I mean, like one thing you would notice is that like the wall where he was punching is like got some decent holes punched in it. Like he was channeling some anger there.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. Astraea knows what that's like.
Diva will kind of frown a bit. Feel bad, but, you know. What's done is done, and hopefully Galador won't feel compelled to hit stuff anytime soon, given his hands. She'll clean up as best as she can. She'll take note of the damage and kind of wonder if the Boggin has any sort of clock nearby to fix up the damage, but you know what? She's just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna walk over after putting everything away and just kind of sit near them. And kind of like a Galador, like, hey.
Right. He's still he's looking at the ground now. He seems almost ashamed.
Do you want to talk about why you felt compelled to hit the wall like that?
He just looks up again. I need. I'm not the knight that I should be. I'm not the knight that I used to be. I came here and it's like I lost a piece of myself. And he takes a deep breath. Just all boiled over.
You know, there are other ways to express your feelings without having to hit a wall and hurting your hands. I happen to know that there's a couple of all-night gyms nearby. If your hands patch up nicer, we can always take you there sometime and you can let out some steam by hitting a bag. Few problems in the world can't be solved with hitting a really big sandbag with some anger.
No.
That is true.
Astraea just mumbles to himself a little bit as he looks at his own hands. Very quickly just shakes it off and looks up. Yeah. So,
At least the bag is a little bit more forgiving on you than a wall is. I mean, honey, you're gonna walk by that wall every now and then and notice those hits. What happened? I know you say it boiled over, and what you did today was kind of a dick move. You can understand that. But it can be fixed. All you have to do is apologize. And I know you didn't mean anything mean-spirited by it. You didn't mean to kind of damper the fun. Honestly, I wasn't sure what you're thinking, but I don't think it was done in, you know, wrath. I don't know.
He shakes his head. It wasn't, but earlier with Aaron.
I really don't know anything about what's going on with you and Aaron, honey, so you'll have to explain it to me if you want to.
Nods. I have a king after my head. I had when Aaron and I first met, I tried to teach her, but then I realized and remembered what had happened. The last person I trained and I cared about for like that. And he pauses for a moment, opens and closes his mouth a few times. I decided that it was safer for her if she needed me and was safe rather than as my friend and in such danger.
Did you talk to her about that?
And he shakes his head.
It didn't seem like the wisest decision at the time. And I suppose I couldn't bring myself to say it, really.
Well, she's a big girl, isn't she? Don't you trust her in order to have a very mature conversation about this?
He kind of shrugs. I'm not sure, but I've already cost enough lives with my incompetence. I didn't want to risk another.
Wouldn't that be up to them? You can't make somebody do something, Galador.
He thinks it over for a moment. I suppose.
Look, I'm sorry that you got a king on your head, but you have a girl here, Selkie, who I imagine you feel protective of her, right? She's your good friend, right?
He
And
nods.
you want to keep her as, I guess, arm's length, or you want to protect her. But you can only protect people who want to be protected. And maybe she feels confident enough to help you. I mean, if it were on the other side, if she had someone going after her and she wanted to keep you at arm's length, would you agree? Would you say, no, fuck that, you're my friend, so I'm going to stand by you?
He thinks again for a moment.
You just have to talk to her. And in all honesty, it really is her decision. I mean, she can decide to agree and be like, okay, it's your fight, so I'll let you fight that, but I'll be your supporter on the sidelines. Or she can agree with what I think she most likely will and say, you know what, fuck that, I'm going to be right next to you, making sure that you're fine. I mean, you know Aaron better than we do. I imagine so if you're so close. What do you think she'd choose?
He nods. That's what I was afraid of.
Galador, why don't you take some medicine for the headache that's going to hit you? Drink some orange juice and go to sleep. Rest up, and in the morning I think you'll feel a lot better. And maybe with a more clear mindset on what you want to do.
He nods and he goes up to to both of them and does
the forehead touch kind of gesture of thanks, like does
Mm-hmm.
that to both of them. He says, "If you do not wish to walk back to your homes, I have blankets and pillows. I can make beds here if you wish, or else
It's
Eleanor
alright.
can escort you both back to your homes."
Um, Normally I would stay at Galador, but I do have a guest that I'm leaving only momentarily. I have to get them blankets and set them up nicely.
He
Currently they're
nods.
asleep, but I don't want to leave them there.
I understand. Would you apologize to him for me if I
To be
don't see him?
honest, he is completely knocked out. I don't think he even knows what the day is right now.
I suppose.
But, Galador, I wouldn't mind speaking with you and enjoying your company sometime in the future. Maybe when you're not two sheets to the wind, and, currently unable to properly shake a person's hand considering your hand, but definitely sometime in the future.
Smiles. I would enjoy that as well, speaking with you.
Diva will give her customary 1,000 megawatt smile, because she actually does enjoy Galador's company. And he can resist such a cute girl smiling. Look at this. Giant smile.
He'll kind of just nod to her and then turn to Astraea. Thank you, my friend. You've been here for me more times than I can count.
Oh, dude. I didn't do any talking. This was all her. Going to Diva.
Yes, but you are here, and you have my eternal thanks.
Thanks, man. It's no fun, really.
He'll just give Astraea a small smile as well, and then extend the same offer to her.
I'm good with whatever. I didn't get too drunk, remember?
True, true.
Oh, hey, Galador. I'm having Lainey over for brunch tomorrow, probably. Do you want to come over, or do you want to come over after? Because I know that you may want to apologize to her sometime soon. Just don't take too long with it.
He nods. If my lord does not require my services, then I will be there.
Groovy.
And he'll go to where the little kitchen area is, and he'll mix up nothing alcoholic, just probably some hot chocolate. If you can.
Watered down orange juice would help him better with that hangover he's gonna get.
No, he's making it for them.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, he'll.
Diva will ever so lightly kind of nudge him and just be like, watered down orange juice for you, just in case.
I will. Thank you. And then he'll kind of just go back into the kitchen and then start making that up. If you guys want to do more talking.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, that ended well, I'd say.
I think so. I mean, poor dear is probably just really stressed out, especially given that a king of another kingdom wants his head. I can understand why he wants to push, someone he cares for aside. Not aside, but to the side for their own protection. But at the same time, he needs to realize that she is an adult, she is her own person, and you know what? Sometimes you just have to let people do what they want. You can't stop them with this.
I'm gonna stroke my own dick for a second, but I totally told him that before.
Well, maybe it's because you're not as cute as me. That it's not sinking in.
Well, I do kind of have that tomboy allure. So, yeah.
You've got some sort of look.
Yeah. It's, I suppose it's gone along with the changes in my life.
How are you, anyway? I haven't spoken to you since you all just kind of left my bar all of a sudden.
It's been weird.
I mean, I know you've been popping in and out, but I haven't really spoken to you. I've been busy, and I've been sort of distracted.
I'm bad with that, I'll admit.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah? If
I may or may
you
not
want...
be leading an operation to kill a dragon made out of cold iron.
Wow. Okay.
I may or may not be dying. Very soon. And
What the shit? Astraea. Baroness Astraea Greyhawk, what the fuck?
look,
So wait, you're telling me you've got these plans, and yet you can't be helped to just talk to your friend who would worry about you? She says, poking Astraea in the chest. What the shit, girl? Astraea, what the shit? Really, what the shit? Yes? Diva's in high gumption right now.
if I
What is it, Astraea? I mean, I know we're not as close as we would have been, but come on, I mean, it's not like I wouldn't worry.
as close as we would have been?
Yeah, we used to talk all the time, and now I rarely see you.
Yeah. I suppose that in my own way I was trying to protect you. And
So kind of like what Galador is trying to do with Aaron?
yeah.
Isn't that just a little bit odd of you? Considering you gave him the almost same exact advice I just did?
It's
It's
different.
Astra, I know that sometimes I can be naive. I swear to Allah, I know this. But really, how is it different? Talk to me. I'm a grown adult. I'm a fucking grunt, babe. Seriously, how is it different? Just talk to me. Why can't you just talk to me? I thought we were cool.
You are. And
It doesn't seem like it if you can't be compelled to tell me that you're gonna die until I have to wean it out of you.
it's not that I'm going to, the possibility is there. And it's real.
Oh, okay. So that makes it better? That there's some sort of sword hanging above your head and you don't want me to know about it? But if something should happen, for me to be surprised then. You? Astra, I'm not gonna drop this. I mean, unless you ask me to. But really, what would compel you to kind of keep us? I thought we were cool. I thought, I mean, this is kind of a big deal. I know I'm just some commoner that runs a bar, very profitable bar, mind you.
This has
but
nothing.
Come on, why wouldn't you just tell me? You'd think that I wouldn't, like, if something were to happen to you, I would have noticed you not coming around. I would have been worried out of my mind. And then I'd have to hear it from one of our friends that, no, Astra got herself killed battling some huge fucking dragon made out of cold iron. If I went off and did something like that, wouldn't you be upset?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I could run off tomorrow to go battle those maniac red cap gangs out in the Midwest, and hey, you'd hear about it. But would you know what happened? Maybe, maybe not. Would you feel compelled to run after my ass, to kick my ass, and bring me back?
More than likely.
Well, great. Why couldn't you think of that earlier, then?
I know what it's like for people close to you to die. It happened to me. It's happened to me.
Did
Wait.
you know they were gonna die? Did you know there was a possibility?
Yeah.
Did you think it hurt less if I wouldn't know?
At the very least, you wouldn't be sitting worried for weeks on end. You wouldn't. You wouldn't hear me pleading for help as I lay there and dying in all sorts of ways. And trust me, I have a very active imagination. I've thought of all of them.
But at least if I know what happened to you, I'd be able to mourn you, be able to kind of grieve for my great friend, Baroness Astraea Greyhawk, who showed me such wonderful magic here in the city. If I had heard that you were cut down, that would tear me to pieces. But then if I were to hear that, I heard that you were cut down, but other people knew that was going to happen, that you trusted everybody else to tell, and that I couldn't be helped to. That I was naive? I'd worry what you think of me, that you thought maybe I wouldn't be able to be grown up about the situation, that I wouldn't be able to, I don't know. What must you think?
It's not you. It's the fact that the two people that I cared the most to tell couldn't give two shits about me.
And what happened to them? Are they the ones who died in battle?
No. They're the ones that I see every day. The ones that will leave and abandon me when I need them the most. The people that never gave a shit about how I felt. Or gave a
And do
damn
you think I'd do that to you?
what happened to me.
Do you think I would do that to you, Astraea? Really? You had my back when I thought something terrible of your friend. One of your best friends. And you helped me with that situation, and I trusted you for that. Do you really think that I would turn my back to you after you having your back to me? Really?
I didn't think so, but it's
But
happened
you
so.
must have thought something. Did you think that I wouldn't care if you got hurt? I mean, if I were to hear about you getting cut down, it would have been something tragic, like you being in a car accident where I would have thought, wow, why would the fate take you away? You were so great. It would have just been some terrible misfortune. But if I were to hear that, you know, you got cut down, but there were plans for you to, you know, try to make it, try to get through it, then it wouldn't be some sort of accident. It would be like you going off to war, exactly what you're doing, but not telling anybody. Okay, you knew there was a possibility, but you couldn't care to tell people who would care about you. Have I not demonstrated that I care about you, Astraea? Have I not demonstrated that you are one of my good friends? Sure, sometimes you annoy the hell out of me with some of the antics you get up in, but it's part of you, so that's that. It's not like I deal with it, it's that I take it in full, because that's just an aspect of you. And I love it either way, because I love you, my best friend, one of my best friends. Sure, I'm trying to branch out my friendship circle, and I'm trying to hang out with new people. It doesn't mean I hate you. Just means that, you know what, I need to branch out. Doesn't make you any less of a good friend. Seriously, like, I wouldn't care. I'm sorry that those two people cut you down, but those are just two people out of the hundreds who probably know you, who probably care for you deeply, myself included. I would just hate for you to generalize two sets of people against the many. I mean, you forgave Dimitri for his job, yet I am here willingly being your friend because I'm so happy to have you in my life that you would just, what's it, paint me the same shade?
That's...
It's what, Astraea? It's what? Diva, while normally a very caring soul, can be very, very, very passionate. Frankly, she's a little hurt.
This. Any of this. I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
What's wrong, Astraea? Just what is going on with you that has you full in circles, spinning around like you can't get any kind of focus on what's ahead of you?
Asher's gonna take one big breath. She's gonna say a lot of shit in one go. Because this is how Astraea rolls.
Okay.
In a past life, I decimated an entire kith. Right after I found that out, the woman I love got with one of my best friends at the time, not really taking my feelings into consideration on either side, which let me go unseelie, which also led to me doing stupid things like getting drunk and walking in and hitting on people and doing all kinds of other things, and then all sorts of other shit happened. Now I'm kind of just around, not really knowing what I'm doing right now, because I have recognized that this is not the life that I want for myself. And if I can't even get my own shit together, how can I get my own shit together for half a borough? How can I live for them? Because that's what I want. I want to be able... I want the Seelie and the Unseelie to understand and grow with one another. I want to eliminate the divide between people with titles and those without, and this stupid amount of judging and stereotyping and hate for people of a different kith. And I can't get over my hatred for 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, fuck, 5 people.
Astraea.
I'm just so angry and sad and I don't know what I'm doing with myself.
I'm sorry that those two people hurt you, and that they didn't take into consideration your love for them. I'm sorry that the situation didn't turn out as it could have, as you wanted it to. I'm not sure how you wanted that situation to turn out, and how it is now, I hope that things work out for you three. I'm sorry that you learned that about your past life, but that is your past life and that is not who you are now. I'm sorry that tied you to something completely terrible, but that completely terrible person is not you. I don't care that you're Seelie or Unseelie. Either or, you're still Astraea. I've hung around many Unseelie people. I've hung around lots of Seelie people. Either way, I just don't care. I know that being a Baroness must be incredibly stressful and incredibly burdensome, but you do care greatly about your job. You do really well, I believe. Sure, you can play around, but I think you have what it takes to be a great Baroness. Baron, whatever it is. And I do desperately hope that you can find some sort of balance in your life. Because right now, as I said before, it's like you're spinning and you don't know which way you're going to fall, upside or down. And I'm really sorry that I don't know how to help you. What I do know is that whatever which side you do, you need someone to talk to, I will be here. I know that there are other friends you have who will be there too. One big blue boy in particular, and you know that. Maybe he may not always have the clearest mind on decisions, but at least he's a good soundboard, right?
Yeah.
I know that's at least two good people who love you. Who will be there for you if you want to talk. Who will mourn you if you get your dumbass killed. You understand?
Yeah.
She was gonna kind of reach over and give Astraea a really tight hug.
Astraea will
It's
look back.
really terrible that she hasn't been around Astraea. She's been sort of on cloud number 9 with her new boyfriend. And Diva just feels terrible that she hasn't been a good friend as she should have been. She'll step back from Astraea and kind of look at her. Like, look at him. Just be like, why don't you go wash up your face? And just take a deep breath. Meditate a little. Come back. I'll see if I can get you some water. Okay?
Alright.
Scoot. Go.
As Astraea walks by, Galador's just staying there. He heard like the end of their conversation. As Astraea walks by, he just reaches out and clasps her Astraea's shoulder. You are a good and just ruler, Astraea. If you need me, I will be here for you. And he just he does wrap Astraea in a big hug, just putting all of his thankfulness and all of the respect and adoration he has for Astraea in just that one motion, where he just kind of points her over. The bathroom's over there if you'd like to wash up.
Alright. Thanks, dude.
Sleep well, Astraea, and may your travels be ever fruitful. He just says kind of slowly.
He'll go and wash up and everything. We'll, come on back out.
Galador is just sitting there, probably just making small talk with Diva if she's still there, just
Yeah.
tinkering with
Diva
something.
went and got a cup of cold water for Astraea to drink when they come back.
And do you know what the shittiest part is?
What is, darling?
The ones that did leave. Or the ones that just kind of ignored me. They left just as I realized that the dreaming did mean me to be a man. That is what I am. This isn't entirely me. And the two people that I wanted to share that with didn't give a damn.
Then perhaps they do not deserve you as a friend. If they are not there for you when you wish to share, when you need their aid, when you need their love. If they are not there, then perhaps they simply don't deserve you as a friend, Astraea.
It was the first my mama used to tell me when I was younger. I never really took much consideration to it until recently. Some people you know for a week, Some people you know for a month. Some friends you know for a season. But the people you meet, you always meet for a reason. Be it good or bad. The times you had with these people before they hurt you, I imagine were very good and fulfilling. But now, your paths have been separated, they're going their way and you're going your way. What you knew before, what you had with them, I'm sure you learned a lot. And you'll take that knowledge and those good feelings with you, even though they and you are no longer together anymore. You can't disregard a memory so wonderful of your time, but you can separate it from the hurt.
Maybe. The one time I needed her, she just left.
Can someone roll me 7 die for peony?
Okay. Shouldn't be me. I roll back.
Yep. Well, give me just a moment to get the die queued up. Oh, yeah.
And Diva's got a specialty
1,
on
2,
emotions.
3, 4, 5, 6 successes. You know Astraea better than she knows herself.
Diva's gonna kind of think on who those two people would be, and she's gonna kind of look at Astraea with a raised eyebrow. In her head, she's gonna wonder, are those two people the people I think she means?
Yeah. With those successes, there's sadness. Like, the emotion projected is sadness, but what Astraea actually feels is a tremendous amount of rage.
Hmm.
In fact, probably, like, so, it's a lot. Probably the most Astraea's ever really demonstrated. Astraea's not really angry, per se, most of the time.
No. Let's see. Diva's gonna kind of hold out her hand towards Astraea, so Astraea can so she can hold Astraea's hand, and give it a tight squeeze. Kind of let it go to show, just like, I'm here.
I am here as well, Astraea. We are here if you need us.
Whenever you go on whatever quest it is for you to be the big, brave, strong Baron, Baroness, whatever you are, title, not even sure what the specifics is. Whenever you go, can you tell me ahead of time, please?
I will.
I mean, I even named a drink after you.
You did?
Well, credit goes to Aaron partially for suggesting it.
Right.
That weird kind of pale ale you liked, cinnamon raspberry with a cinnamon strawberry pale ale, raspberry and a strong cinnamon kick.
That was amazing. That was one of the best drinks I have ever had
Formerly
in my life.
called Astraea's Suicide, because I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of people that aren't exactly she who like it.
Neat.
Oh, I'm sure they'll think so.
If you're thinking about the clientele I'm thinking about. You know, my meetings with Slower should take place in that bar now.
Well, I've had a couple of slew of customers. I mean, there's a pretty large slew of population across the way.
Hmm.
Plus, they play in out-of-date gold and secrets, so it works out.
Okay. Alright. This is bad. This is really bad.
What's wrong, baby?
I think I should probably start being more of an open book.
Uh-huh.
Who wants to have an open Q&A about curiosities about Julian, guys?
Well, I'm all for getting to know new people.
I mean you guys in specific. There's a lot that I just kind of vaguely talk about. It's kind of a house thing, I'm sorry. It's something I do.
No, it's okay. How's this? We can ask a question and you can ask us a question.
Okay.
That way it's an even transition and you won't feel awkward.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Julian, who exactly is he? His being, in a sense.
Huh? Can you say that one more time for me?
Who exactly is Julian? His being, in a sense.
I hate calling him my human host, honestly. I've only spent a year with his body, but there's so much that I think both of us have been able to achieve together, you know? I think
Yeah.
we complement each other in all of the best ways.
Yeah, I get you. Alright, now you get to ask a question.
Hmm. Do you enjoy being mom?
Do I enjoy being mom? I guess it's sort of my calling. It's not always the funnest. I mean, picking up after people and their issues day to day can be hard and draining and you forget about yourself. But after a while, it just became what I am. So do I enjoy it? Eh, is it me? Possibly. What about you, Galador? Do you have a question question about Julian?
Do you ever miss your family?
Yes. A lot. We balanced each other out in a lot of ways. We kept each other together. It was our support system. Whenever mom would freak out, have a have a panic attack, we were right there, helping through it with water, paper bags, whatever she needed. Whenever I got too angry or too hyped up, they would just throw books at me, or Dad would play fight with me until I calmed down.
Hmm.
They were they were really good parents. I
Sure
mean,
they were.
they made mistakes, but they were genuinely like awesome people. And I wish I could bring them all into this.
Yeah, I get that. Do you have a question for Galador, or do you want to pass?
What's I don't mean to pull the heartstrings on this one, man, so you can neglect to answer if you don't want to. What's something you miss the most about Scotland? Or Caledonia, sorry.
He nods, clears his throat. I miss the rain. I miss the fog. I miss the scent of the air. I miss the friendliness of the folk. I miss it. It is my home. I miss walking down the street. Even in the gray world, you would get friendly hellos. Everyone was not and then to me they were a friend. I miss it. I miss the camaraderie between myself and the other knights. I miss it all, I suppose.
So, Julian, what did Julian want to do when they grew up?
He didn't know.
Did that scare him or excite him?
Both. He was worried that he always had problems in school, and he was worried that he wasn't going to be able to keep himself together enough to actually make something of his life. But he has so much compassion. You have no idea.
He sounds like a sweetheart.
He really is. I know most Shis scorn their human side, but I love this man so much. He reminded me of why I fight in the first place. It wasn't for glory, and it wasn't to be remembered. It was just that way no one else had to fight.
That's beautiful. Alright, next question then. Come on, I'm sure you're curious about some things.
Curious about so many things.
You know, you don't have to do this Q&A to ask me, right?
I think it's better for me. I'm terrible at opening up to people.
Alright. Ask away then, darling. Ask away.
I mean, if you want to break down the whole thing, you can just kind of ask me questions. I know you guys are generally pretty open about things. I'm terrible about reciprocating that.
It's okay. This way it's at least even for you. So, ask me whatever it is.
Astraea thinks. Probably bobs her head back and forth as he is. He's thinking of something to ask.
Diva's just kind of lounging in the chair she picked.
Yeah.
Her heels are kind of shining every now and then. She's like turning it to make sure all the diamonds are still there.
Mm. Mm. I'll think of something later.
It's okay. Galador, whenever you want to ask.
He thinks for a moment. What does Astraea want from this life? What free of any duty or obligation? What do you want from this wondrous chance you have?
Peace. And it's gonna sound stupid, but probably a family. I'm not one of those kinds that needs like eight kids. I'm cool with just one.
Family's never something to scoff at. At the end of the day, they're the most important people in your life sometimes. Sometimes your friends are your family. Sometimes you've got family made of your friends. Sometimes your family becomes your friends. They are the most important people. In the end, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're your legacy, and sometimes they're your reminder of your humanity. It's not silly whatsoever.
I was close to having a family once. Well, I wouldn't say that. I was considering proposing if things got to that point. We had started living together, and she was it for me. Then she died.
I'm sorry about that.
And
Galador just reaches out, puts a hand on Astraea's shoulder. Just not squeezing anything, just the presence there.
and I try really hard not to compare everyone I meet to her, but
Wouldn't she want you to be happy though?
I would. And I know it's not fair to make someone else to it's not fair to measure everyone else up to an ideal. Because that's what she is now. Miriam was her name.
Beautiful name.
And when after that, it's just felt. Well, let me take that back. It's getting better now. It's been a long time. It's actually coming on a year very soon. I did a lot of stupid things after she passed to get over her. But I think I'm finally just starting to get to some place where I can imagine a future with someone else and not think about my past with them. I suppose. Go, brother, go.
If you need any help from us, I'm sure Diva would agree. We're here for you, Astraea.
I suppose that's my big thing too. I don't generally let people help me. It's nothing against anyone. It's I was left in this world to fend for myself after my chrysalis, and since Magrams and since I met William and Toshi, it sometimes does feel like it's kind of just me against everyone else sometimes. And that's not fair because you guys aren't enemies.
They most definitely are not.
I recognize that. And I suppose I tried so hard to be strong for everyone else that, well, we're in this room right now, having this conversation.
You are strong, Astraea. Stronger than many others, but even you cannot bear a burden alone forever.
You literally cannot.
Didn't stop me from trying.
Well, this is us giving you a friendly reminder that, hey, darling, you may be magical, but you're also mortal, technically. And you still need people to talk to and communicate with. So, hey, two friends right here who love you dearly. Communicate with them.
Yeah, I'm going to try and put more effort into that. It's difficult, to say the least.
Oh, no, that's okay.
My house is all about secrets and keeping things on the down low. It stands to mention why they would even want me in that house in the first place. Oh my god, why did they want me in that house?
Maybe there's something
Why
about...
wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Look at you. You're a great Baron, Baroness. You are a good person. You are the kind of she that we all should aspire to be.
I don't know much about houses, but I do know that you are a good person. And that whatever your house may have as guidelines and goals, that you're the kind of person that'll remind them of what's really important.
Yeah.
Well, that's all it really is to it.
That's real, I guess.
But like I said, I don't know much about houses.
They're a crazy thing.
That they are.
Hey, commoner, I'm proud here. I have no opinion.
You don't have to change your guys' opinion of her. Or him. But, Lady and Margaret.
Are the
Galador
ones that
nods.
hurt you?
The night I changed. In this case, changed into a man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Lady did?
What did she do?
Walked out.
Okay.
She painted it up for me in all sorts of ways, but to be honest, I can't see her as anything other than a weak coward. Honestly. Because, well, only weaklings and cowards abandon their friend in that kind of situation.
And what did Markham do?
When I told him that I could die in this whole thing, he just told me, you could die at any time. To my face. He didn't give two shits about the fact that I was going in so that others didn't have to. That I might die so others didn't have to. And he just brushed me aside. Like... Astra closes her eyes and she has to calm down for a second. And everyone notices the room gets a little hotter. Take a few deep breaths. Starts to go away. And then he'll pick it back up and say, it's going to take something big from either of them for me to forgive them. It's going to take... They're going to need to show me that I can trust them. Because housemate or no, damn it if he didn't hit my sheep right exactly the way that it... whatever.
Do you want them in your lives again?
At this point, no. At this point, all I'm thinking is, I am seeing them... No, I'm not going to be that malicious right now. At this point, I struggle to see what they can actually do for me in my life, other than hurt me.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying stop being friends with these people or stop associating with them or whatever. It's not me. It's not...
Okay.
I don't want some civil war to start because I'm salty about a... Oh boy, I was going to get malicious again. About them. I don't want some civil war to start amongst our circle of friends because of them, or because of my feelings about them.
If you have known both of them far longer than I have, if they would not stand by you in your hour of need, what trust can we hold them to?
I hold them to almost none at all at this point.
I'm just getting to know either of them. I mean, Lainey met Luke and she liked him. And he liked her. Mogram, I'm starting to get to know, and he's a curious fellow. I don't know what sort of issues happen between you two, and I will respect your decision to no longer associate with them. Because you can't tell someone you didn't hurt them. If you feel hurt by them, then you feel hurt by them. Your feelings are valid. I don't know them, but I respect your opinion of them.
It just really sucks, yeah.
I imagine so, honey.
I mean, me and Mogram have been through this shit together. Like, we've been shot together.
Ow. Damn.
Lainey, I had a lot of hopes for Lainey. And she was dashed all of them. I don't even...
I'm sorry she did that to you.
Part of it isn't her. Her walking away after I turned into a man, yeah, no, that's completely on her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not letting that shit go. After something like that, after all the times I've stood with her, during court when the Gwydians decided to go in on her, or anything of the like. I've always tried to be there, and I've always tried to lend my support any way I can. And when the chips are down for me, and I am literally staring down death. Okay, not literally. Figuratively, literally, you know what I mean? Either way, when I'm about to die and get stabbed,
Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling me.
her first instinct is not, let's walk over to Astraea, who just turned into a dude, and stand by him or try and back him up or calm him down. It's, I'm going to turn invisible and walk out of here.
That's kind of not cool. At all.
Exceptionally not cool. That's fucking bullshit. She's a Fiona. She doesn't even have any fear. But how should she be a punk-ass bitch and just leave? Because I'm sorry, that's being a punk-ass bitch.
No, you're completely right. And I'm completely sorry about that. That someone you cared for wasn't there for you.
It's not that.
I am sorry.
It's not even that they weren't there. She looked at me
And left you.
turned her back.
You were just gonna lean over and give her a hug. Give Astraea a hug. I'm really sorry.
And this just seems to be a constant. People come in my life, and then they just up and leave when things get hard for them.
I can understand people cutting other people out of their lives. But I wish they would have done what they did to you in a different way. That they would have talked to you instead of just leaving you like that.
Yeah. You know, I didn't have another changeling to foster me. Flat out. That never happened. Well, no, it did happen. For a month. And then she left. Yep.
Jeez.
To be honest, I got sane, but I really don't feel all that different because I've just been having to deal with all this shit myself anyway.
Astra, I care for you deeply. But jeez, you've got shitty luck, baby.
Yeah, I really do.
Like, you really have shitty luck.
Yep.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, I have a lot of reasons and things as to why I'm not exactly the most forthcoming person.
It's okay. I'm glad you felt comfortable enough to talk to us about this stuff.
Oh no, it's fucking weird. Feels weird.
Fine, I'm glad you're at least doing this.
You had your reasons, and they are perfectly valid, but
Your feelings
I
and your
agree.
reasons are valid.
I do agree with Diva. I think speaking to others will help you relax, will help you deal with the stress that has been forced upon you by fate.
There's a reason why people go to their best friends for feelings jams after something traumatic happens. It's cathartic to speak about your feelings. It's good for the soul to talk to someone about the things that are bothering you. You keep quiet about it, it just festers and bubbles like a volcano. Sooner or later, you've got lava spewing out of every orifice and just anger and wrath coming out of you. You don't know how to stop it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, if you've got problems, you go to your friends. You ignore that gut instinct, and you're just gonna go blow over.
Yeah, it's a lot in me to look Lainey in the eye sometimes.
At least that explains why my question for earlier.
Yeah. Because if she's not going to back me when I need it,
Then there's no point in you backing her. Well, if I ever hang out with you, I'll be sure not to invite her, and if I ever hang out with her, I will not invite you, just to make sure there's no sort of issues.
I mean, we're all right in public. To be honest, I don't even know if she even gives a shit about me. I genuinely don't know. She says that she does, but her actions don't even speak for that.
For one of the House of Passion, she shows little for those she claims as friends.
Or at least for me, she seems to have plenty. I'm gonna stop before I start talking that good shit.
Do not hold back. This is why we are here. We are here to help, to let you speak freely. Nothing you say will leave these walls. Here you don't have to worry about being a baroness or a baron, about being a noble. Here you are,
You're
Astraea.
just Astraea, whom both of us care for.
She has a lot of passion for Magra.
Well, I can imagine so if they're together.
I can imagine that
Continue.
they both knew my feelings, and they did it anyway. Like, they didn't even give me any kind of lead up like, hey, this is going to be a thing. This is going to be a thing. You know what I got from Magram? Oh, I banged Lainey for 2 weeks, so you can't even try and get with her because I claimed her with my fucking dick.
Ew.
Galador actually bares his teeth a little.
Diva's just gonna kind of cringe, cause ew.
Yeah, Astra got a little vulgar with that.
Ew.
Oh god, Astra needs to rank a willpower roll, otherwise she's gonna start saying some real nasty shit. I want you guys to assign the diff for Astraea to not start leaking potentially relationship-ending secrets about two people that she's exceptionally angry with and kind of wants to put down.
Emotions are kind of hard to deal with, so at least it's going to be at least higher than standard, at least 7 or 8.
Yeah, but this is something that Astraea's had boiled in her for a while, so...
Yeah.
8 or 7? What do you think?
I want to say 8 on the high end, simply because, like, ooh, she's in the presence of two people.
Okay, how about you roll and me and Joey can analyze it just in case.
Well, either way, she failed.
Okay, it's on.
Wait, okay.
Motherfucker's about to get backstabbed right now.
The Diva's just gonna sip her hot chocolate.
Astraea is just going to be like, alright, firstly, Margrim has demonstrated multiple times that he does not give even a damn about her. One, he lied to her about being blind. Two, he only got with her for 2 weeks, and then after they ended things, because, you know, he was lying about being blind,
Creepy.
broke things off, he then proceeded to talk mad shit about her publicly?
Scummy.
Yeah.
Like, really scummy?
Not to mention, after their whole thing had ended, oh no, oh wait, I remember the real thing that ended it. He didn't actually end it with Lainey the first time. What he did was, he overlapped with her to get with another chick, and then, instead of breaking up with her, he just kind of didn't tell her anything.
What?
Oh no, and then he said, oh no, he sent her a text. He was like, yo, this ain't a thing. Bye, bitch.
What?
I am
Yeah, he did
half
that.
Oh, that's
half a mind to take
disgusting.
my blade and run him through,
And
to
then-
be honest with
no.
you.
Nah, niggas, I ain't done yet.
What else?
He dates this other chick. And this is a good fucking relationship, right? He's actually being a decent person. Which I'm like, alright, cool. Alright, cool. They break up.
Why?
Irreconcilable differences in the relationship.
Okay.
So that ended, and without okay, look, he fucking knew my feelings, okay? He knew them. He was,
Why didn't you... I mean, I know he says he claimed her with his dick, but that's complete bullshit. You don't claim somebody like that. There's no such thing as dibs. You have to go up to the person and talk to them about it. But in those weeks where he was with the other girl, why didn't you go talk to Lainey? This is just hindsight. Just like, how
Yeah.
come?
stupid, and I was caught between a rock and a hard place. I cared about both of them in a really big way, and I was trying to keep shit together, you know?
But he was with someone else. That automatically stops their little thing.
Yeah. It was-
Unless Lainey was willing to be the side chick.
it was,
But something tells me that no.
no, it was dumb of me.
Okay, continue.
Then, he doesn't even tell me that he's being competition right now. I'm building a connection with this girl. I'm falling in love with her, guys.
Oh dear.
I was. And
Oh dear.
I was finally about to just get up the courage to start making my move, and then Lainey's like, oh, by the way, me and Margrim are dating again. So, Brother Man didn't even tell me that this was a competition.
Oi.
Galador's fingers are twitching towards the blade hung up on the back of the chair.
Diva's gonna give him a side eye and just shake her head like, no, this is old news. You stop that. Later, put it down.
So, I'm just kind of chilling here. I'm like, wait, what? This motherfucker's blindsiding me. Lainey's got to come up and tell me what's good. Not even my own friend that I considered a brother at the time.
I imagine feelings changed.
Yeah, so motherfucker's like, all right, cool. We're gonna get some breakfast. I was chill. I was alright. I was mad. I was mad, but I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna handle this. We're gonna do this right. Okay. All I said to him was, you're going to treat her better this time. That's all I told him. It's the only thing I've said in reference to it's the only thing that's demonstrated that I'm mad about this.
Alright. Understandable.
Then he went and fucked up some more.
What?
What did
No.
you
Please do.
So, yeah, okay. Okay, Galador, I know you remember that party, bro, man. I know you remember that party.
do? I do.
Party?
Yeah, a while back I threw a big, like, party to be like, hey guys, I'm the new Baron of Northern Manhattan. Everyone come down and just kind of be chill. Say what's good.
Okay.
Being chill. Oh, if only it had gone that way.
Yeah, I wish it would have gone chill too. Fuck. But
What happened?
start off all right. Things happened, and I turned into a dude. In fact, fuck it. Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
What are
Galador
you
just like
doing?
puts a hand slightly in front of Diva in case she's not ready.
So he's
Doing
going.
what?
He's going.
Diva's just gonna look at Galador like, excuse me?
It is a little overwhelming.
So, okay. Astraea gets this entire cloak of shadows around her, right? It's almost as if shadows just swallow her for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then what steps out is a dude that's almost 7 feet tall. And is ambiguously a man. Yep. Here's what I'm supposed to fucking look like. I was looking like this.
Okay. So things happened and you end up strolling about in your party looking like Blaze's beanie.
Yep. It also stands to mention that he has a blazing aura of fire around him.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence grammar because I think, isn't that a bad thing?
No, that's the Halo.
Okay, because I remember vaguely something about, when you're in
This
the
is his
Berserker
game's already
state, Okay. I'm gonna make sure you weren't in Bedlam.
You know he probably shouldn't activate it for a social situation. That's not a good idea.
Okay. How about we relax a bit so we don't go out and hunt them down right now? I know I'm vaguely at that point myself, but perhaps just err on the side of caution. Stare. We should relax a bit.
You're right.
Diva's going to pass this gentleman, who was Astraea, the glass of water that she had been trying to get Astraea to drink. Be like, here you go.
Thank you. He'll just take it.
Chug. Now, please. Thank you.
Yeah, he'll chug it back. It stands to mention Galador. In comparison to the first time Galador met Astraea, there's not much of a personality change now.
Mm-hmm.
It seems as if he either he's been practicing or he's just controlled it a lot better.
Well, it's also slightly less strenuous circumstances than when you last saw it, so.
Yeah, he's just salty AF right now.
Makes sense.
So he puts it back, and he's like, "Thank you, Diva." It's Astraea. Just take Astraea and just kind of put an ER at the end.
Astraea.
No, Astraea. Let me.
Astraea.
Yeah, fuck it, close enough.
Wait, what was she saying?
Astraea.
Yeah, there you
Astraea.
go. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. The new form's really bad at hearing things.
Apparently.
It's really good at hitting things.
Oh, I imagine so. I mean, it looks like we can toast some marshmallows over you.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, this is awesome.
No, it's not awesome. Aster, can you chill for a bit? I understand you're upset, but you causing smoke in Galador's lovely freehold, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Oh my God, I'm not saying anything on fire, am I? Oh God.
Maybe we should chill first, so you make sure that you don't. I wasn't talking about the marshmallows.
And
Seriously,
Galador kind of
chill.
went over to the side, and I think you're scaring Eleanor a bit. I don't think she was expecting to see a she in their full glory.
Oh God, oh God, he's in Super Saiyan.
David's just gonna look at him unimpressed because she's in mama mode with like crossed arms and a raised eyebrow, like.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is it happening? Is Mama Diva scaring down Super Saiyan?
Probably. Well, okay. So imagine Diva. Diva's normally in a really glitzy dress and high heels covered in various rhinestones. I mean, she looks like the New Year's Day ball, honestly, almost every day. So you have this darling girl with mass amount of curls, fine, beautiful eyebrows, and gorgeous makeup. She's looking at this 7-foot-tall she who is fucking on fire in her friend's freehold, causing up a mess and smoke, and they were trying to calm down said friend who was punching walls and covered in blood. So Diva is a little annoyed that her compatriot who's supposed to be helping calm down the situation is just getting fired up, literally. So enter the legs apart with the arms over each other, glare, the kind of glare that your mom gave you when she knew that you were hiding something you weren't supposed to be hiding, or worse, she found a certain stash of porn under your bed and she wants you to confess, because Lord knows if she has to talk about it, it is just going to get bad.
Okay, let me try to turn it off. We'll just think really hard. Just kind of bring the aura down quite a bit.
How's this? How about you breathe in and out very slowly, okay? Do you want more water?
I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. So if you're done causing a winter blaze in the middle of the summer, how about you take a seat and we can continue the conversation?
Alright, I can do that. We'll just sit down.
Not in the wooden chair. Leather.
Okay. Sits in the leather chair. Where was I?
You were talking about how you change into this current form during your new Baroness party.
Yeah, so...
And is this one... Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so... Things had happened. I had to... Shit went down, and... This issue rolled up.
Oh, where's that?
Huh?
I was just really curious about knowing who this issue is.
There was a veteran from the Adhin War. He was. And
Oh, okay.
he
Okay.
felt significant ways about the things that I had done in my past lives. As did the entire crew. That's when Lainey left. At least I think that's when Lainey left.
When she heard about what your past lives had done?
Yeah, although it may have been beforehand, I don't know. She didn't even say goodbye. She was just like, bye, bitch.
You didn't talk to her afterwards? I mean, I can understand why, but
Ugh.
just to get some input?
Me talking to people, like, generally it ends with talking. Well, like, okay, half the time it ends with talking. The other time it ends with me just kind of wanting to pummel somebody. So...
Okay, that could be sort of an issue for a Baron.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm trying to get over. That's a big problem of mine.
Okay, continue, darling. So this Ishu veteran, who is not who I was looking for, had felt significant ways about what your past life had done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I'm trying to fix the situation, you know,
A situation you didn't know about.
Huh? I barely knew about it, but it was still directed at me. I had to do something.
Okay. But it's not like you were holding the secret of your past life captive. I mean, did you know that your past life had done terrible things?
I had just found out a few weeks prior. I was just saying.
Okay. So you're trying to calm this issue down? What else?
Margrim then walked up and said, and that's why you don't mess with Baron Astraea.
No.
May or may not have antagonized him a bit.
So that's why he summoned the desert.
Yeah, he also went Super Saiyan.
What? Is this like a thing she can do?
That's a thing everybody can do, I think.
What the shit?
So he
I mean, Diva already has blonde hair.
endangered
She can't really go Super Saiyan.
he endangered not only your life, but the life of every person in your barony by potentially causing war with an entire kith.
There were other issues there. Was there another veteran?
He was doing what he was doing what he thought was the right thing. That I'm not going to fault him on. I'm not going to fault him on his genuineness for wanting to help. That's not going to be in question. What I have issue with was the fact that he said that, and then he fucking left to chase down lady.
Diva's just gonna like rub one of her ears. You could repeat that again, darling, with a lower octave.
Sorry, my voice gets higher. It's a quirk of mine. Anyway, then he left again to go chase down Lainey.
And this is after they've been dating?
Yeah.
Okay. So once they got together officially the second time, they started leaving you in the dust.
Yeah.
That's not cool. I mean, don't you just hate it when people get together with someone and then all of a sudden they just stop being around? Stop including you and shit? Or worse, force their partner into situations that you probably wouldn't normally have them in? Diva really hopes she doesn't do that with Luke. Wait, she's second guessing things. Shit.
Astraea just kind of looks, or Astraea just kind of looks. He's gonna P&E that.
Huh?
He's gonna P&E that.
And no, your Dragon's Eye dice do not go on social rolls.
No, they don't.
Ha ha ha.
That was a ruling. You can't add higher dice.
Okay, so he's got one success. So he'll notice that she's actually concerned about that. Like, she really doesn't like it when people do that. It's like one of her bigger pet peeves. But he gets no kind of hints as to why she finds it really annoying and why she's commenting on it now. Just that she really, really despises that.
Diva, you seem... I think you're taking some personal offense to that.
Hmm?
You seem mad. Angry.
No, it's...
And I'm literally in Super Saiyan right now.
You are in Super Saiyan. Seriously, calm down. Because you're on leather, and once we smell dead animal, once we smell steak, we're going to know you're lighting that chair on fire. I just find it really annoying when people do that.
Sorry, it's a side effect. I don't think it actually burns anything. It's literally, I think, just here to look cool.
Sure.
Look, just touch.
Whatever you say. No, I'm fine not touching you. We're good.
It's not that hot, though.
But it is hot.
Oh, well, thank you. But it really isn't.
Anyway, continue on with your story.
Alright. No, the big one came when I had the discussion afterwards, when I was trying to touch base with him, during which he outright told me that he wasn't going to apologize to them. And quite frankly, okay, here's the thing. They want me dead more than him. So, if he's at least not connected to me, like, completely politically, then you may have a better shot at, staying safe. So I didn't punish him, I didn't strip him of any title or anything like that. I released him of his oath. Which, quite frankly, is the most benign thing that I could have done. Then, and only then, after all that, I finally decided to fess up my feelings to Lainey.
After they've been dating. For how long?
As I realized that I'm going to die, yeah.
Did you tell her you were gonna die?
Yes.
Okay.
I told both of them that there's a significant chance of me dying. And that's the only reason that I'm coming out with this.
Okay.
I tell Lainey, and she's like, alright, cool. You should probably tell Markham, though. And I'm like, you're probably right. So I go and tell Markham. He tells me that I betrayed their relationship. I tell him that I might die soon. And then he says that I might die at any time.
Vaguely threatening?
Yeah, I detected that too. I didn't break his face for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a good person, turn over a new leaf. Trying to be more peaceful in my ways and shit. Which is going oh so well.
Yeah. Okay, so you tell Lainey, and she's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you tell Margrum, and he's just like, fuck you.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, it's weird. I mean, it's not like you were gonna jump her or anything. Or seduce her out from under his nose. You were telling them because you felt that you were going to die and you didn't want there to be any secrets upon your death.
No, that's exactly. And
See, isn't that nice how you tell people things before you go off and do something like dying?
sorry. Damn.
Galador is just smirking at Diva's expression.
Diva gives like the cutest little sassy smile, like,
Oh, it also didn't. Prior to the party, and after I found out that they had hooked up again, I texted Lainey, told her that I might need some space to sort myself out, and instead she comes over to my apartment and yells at me.
That's not following directions whatsoever?
Nope, because apparently it's not cool of me to need space. After my heart's been literally shattered.
Oh, baby.
I do not presume to speak with any knowledge of satyrs, but even for their kind, that seems capricious, cruel.
Sketchy AF.
And as for Mogram, he dishonors the name of the she.
Well, I'm not going to say anything on she, and I'm not going to say anything on satyr. I'm just going to say that it's a little rude that after you said you needed space, she went up to your place to talk to you anyway.
No, she went up to scold me about it.
Apologies. She wanted to scold you about what she had texted, and then I presume left.
Yep.
That is no bueno whatsoever.
I understand you're trying to be compassionate, but they're hurting you, Astraea. Why? They have proven again, time and again, that they do not wish for your friendship, that they do not wish for your love, that they are not there for you. Why do you try? Why?
Because if my past lives and me now are any proof, it's that people can change and that everyone can come back. We all get to come back. No matter how far we fall, and no matter how many times we hit.
I see.
And yeah, that's enough to power him down.
But I still think that for a time at least, you should forget the pain they have caused you. Learn, not learn, but simply let them make their decision of whether they wish to come back, whether they wish to treat you as a friend. As you have said, you cannot force another to make such a decision. Yes, there is the potential, but from what I hear, they do not wish to make that decision.
It's something I've been struggling with for a long time now. Especially since Lanny likes to think she can have a fucking opinion on my love life still. As Asher throws hell salt again. And so much shade. Everyone feels to get a little cooler in the room after she says that.
This simply breathes of deception, of mistrust. They are not. I do not know what to say. I know that they've hurt you, and that is enough for me, at least, to make a decision in my mind.
Okay. Again, the last thing I want either of you to do, I mean this genuinely, I'm fucking serious right now.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing I want either of you guys to do is to make decisions on who your friends are based on what they've done. I'm not going to lie. I've seen Malcolm do good. I've seen Laney do good. It's not that they're awful people. Objectively. They made mistakes. As I made mistakes. And yes, I'm mad at them. I'm super mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that they deserve to be shunned or isolated or cut out.
I know, honey. I know.
Okay, the rage is gone. For now. That felt so good.
Galador just smiles. This is one of the few times you've seen him where he's sober and he actually has a smile. He just reaches forward, pats Astraea on the shoulder. I am glad. This is why we want to just speak with you like this. The weight, it shouldn't be yours to bear alone.
uh, it was a lot of weight, especially since now I'm moving past Miriam. But then this Laney thing's got me fucked up now too. So now, pretty much every time I look at somebody, I've got to think, do I genuinely want this person, or am I just trying to rebound?
I understand.
I wish you luck on sighting. Honestly, I don't know much about rebounds. My overall relationships have always been very casual, and it's only until recently that I have something that I think could be permanent.
Mm.
Sure, they're normal and cutely gray, so they're still gray, but it's at least something that I feel like I can keep. I don't know what it is for a rebound, per se. I just hope that the person you're with is someone that you care for deeply, that, I don't know, in the future you want to see them smile even if it's not with you. That kind of affection.
Yeah, like, right now, I wouldn't call it a thing. I wouldn't presume to be that. I wouldn't be that presumptuous. It's. It was supposed to be a one-time thing. And then it happened more than once. And then Fields Trains happened.
I don't know.
So part of me is just like, please don't let her be a rebound. Please don't let her be a rebound. Please don't let her be a rebound.
I do not presume to know Summer nearly as well as others, but I think that she has genuine feelings for you.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't want to jump into things too fast. Like, this one's going to be the slowest burn ever. Like, oh my god, so much slow burn.
And that is both of your choice. But if it helps both of you be comfortable in this relationship, then it is good for you, is it not?
Yeah.
And even if it isn't something that stays forever, I hope that you two have a relationship that'll be healthy after all. Like, if you were to part ways, I hope that things work well.
There is always hope, even in our darkest hours.
Yeah.
Even for the most hopeless of situations, I still think there is some hope. You saw it tonight. We all did. With a young Gwydion, he will bring hope to his house. Hope for a better future.
Dimitri. I don't want to get my hopes up too fast, but he has impressed me quite a bit. Not only a cop, but a Gwydion at that.
He's a sweetheart.
He is, and he's the complete opposite of what I've known most Gwydions to be, which are either tyrants or absent.
Yes.
There've only been a couple of other Gwydions that have broken that mold. One of them, one I knew the most. His name was Romulus.
Fancy.
He was the previous marshal of this kingdom, and I respected him quite a bit. Now, I'm not saying that Dimitri has to be Romulus by any means, but he's done so much more in the first few meetings than... No, let me rephrase. In just a few short meetings, he's done so much to move past my opinions of certain members of his house. I really hope he does something good, because I think he might be capable of it.
As do I. I see perhaps a future as the king who will restore peace, who will restore his house to what it was once. That is my hope for him. I felt something, out there this evening. I felt emotion.
Isn't that good?
I suppose, but as Astraea here says, what if it is simply, to put it bluntly, a rebound?
Perhaps you should speak with them. Get to know them.
That was my plan. But the last thing I wish to do is harm someone who I feel is as good as this one. I feel he's a good person.
Talking wouldn't
I
hurt.
would not.
Communication is key in any sort of relationship, friendship, or romantic. Talk to them, get to know them. Maybe they're as curious as you are, or maybe they're taken. Maybe they have no interest in something, or maybe they are very interested. You never know until you ask, and if you keep quiet, you will forever wonder.
Yes, that is true.
And not to point fingers, but if you don't act, someone else most definitely will.
It won't be your best friend, though.
Hopefully not, because that would be terrible.
Well, Astraea, I think we have quite different tastes, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. He just kind of half smiles as he says that.
Fair enough, Broham. Fair enough.
He just kind of like reaches a hand out like to Astraea, like for a fist bump.
Yeah, returns that fist bump. So glad that they have opposing sexual orientations right now.
True. I simply don't want to hurt him like I did Castiel. So. How has he been, Astraea?
How's he been?
Yeah.
You mean...
Castiel.
I know... I haven't talked to him too much, to be honest. The last time I talked to him was during our sit-down up in the library in northern Manhattan. Though I like to think that he's doing okay.
Galador seems to be struggling for a moment. If you see him again, if you speak to him again, could you pass my deepest apologies to him.
No, I think I can do that.
Thank you. And can you just tell him I hope that he finds happiness?
I can do that too.
Thank you. Galador seems to be thinking for a moment. Kind of looks at Astraea, looks at Diva, glances at the blade sheathed at his chair. And if you guys want to make intelligence changeling lore roll, kind of pick up the hints.
Yeah, sure.
I'll roll in Changeling Lore. Let's get it. Whew. It's only one.
Can you roll me 5?
Yep. No, you didn't get it. Yeah.
No.
I mean, Tim, how difficult would you say it would be to know the oath of clasped hands?
Oh, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Astra has enough grammar to know.
Yeah. That's obviously what he's thinking of. He's almost comes across almost as afraid to say it first. Like he's not quite sure if they're that close friends. Astraea, Diva.
Yeah.
I've known you for far longer, Astraea. But we've spoken here. We've poured our hearts out to each other. Would you not say that we are indeed friends?
I'd consider us friends.
He looks to Diva.
Yes, dear?
Would you consider us friends?
I certainly do, though I would like to get to know you more. I've only seen you a handful of times, but most of it in groups. To be honest, this is the first time I've actually spoken with you fully, and I came here in ire to scold you for being so rude to a friend of mine. And now I leave here just happy that you'll be talking to her, and at the same time knowing that she is still just a person, and that she makes decisions that are not always the best to. That she is her own person, as are you. So whatever ire you may have with her, I hope you can deal with it. I am happy, however, to be here and speak with you. And I'm glad that we came here when we did. You sitting catatonically upon your floor was very alarming. And currently you are not like that. So, pretty good.
He nods. I understand if you do not wish to.
Maybe if we get to know each other a little bit better.
Of course, but I understand. He looks to Astraea. But you and I have known each other for almost 6 months now. You are my dearest friend here, Astraea. We have shed blood together. I would If you are agreeable, I would swear the oath of clasped hands with you.
Astraea's thinking.
He simply sits there patiently. He isn't pressing or even really like fidgeting or anything. Simply waiting.
Yeah, anyone that knows anything about houses, yeah, no, the Eiluneds can be real careful about oaths and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Astraea not sounding angry or not sounding dismissive. Actually, she sounds like she's very much guarding Galador like extremely highly right now. She pretty much she ain't talking to him like no bitch right now when she's saying this. That oath that's a big one. I'm not going to lie. I've only sworn it twice before. Once with Sam Phoenix, and then the other time with the woman that was supposed to mentor me. I assume because of what she has done, she has broken that oath. That oath, it's not one that I have even sworn with Margaret. Please, do not think that this is me telling you that we are not friends. I will take a goddamn bullet for you if that needs to happen. Master is saying that with absolute conviction. If you barely even need to roll P&E. She'd be serious about this. I will.
Oh no, he isn't going to. He trusts her.
Yeah, like she will fucking go ham. I don't want you to think this is me telling you no, because that's not what this is. It's preface. I'm telling you that once I'm properly ready and confident in myself, that I can uphold that part of the oath. I can uphold my part of the oath. That is when I will swear it, okay?
He nods and he just reaches a hand out and smiles. I understand. And the offer is there.
But now, though, and then she'll shake his hand. King Ross comes looking for a fight. I'm coming for that ass.
He smiles. And the day we battle the tyrant back to back shall be a glorious one.
Because to be honest, I'm not about tyrants. I'm trying to break that stereotype.
Mm.
And this asshole's setting me back in ways I can't even imagine.
Yes, that is not the birthright. It is not the purpose of our people, of our kith. Leaders do not rule with an iron fist. They work among their people. They do what is best for their people. They do not rule, they lead. There is a difference that few she understand.
Yeah.
And I will say, do not. I hope you do not take this as flattery, but what I've seen, you are one of the few she that understand the difference.
Thank you. That means a lot. I've had to learn a ton to get to where I am now. And I've made a ton of mistakes too. Uh, I've well, I said it all at my party. What I want my barony to be. And hopefully at some point, if it ever happens in my lifetime, what I would want my county to be.
He nods. It is a noble and worthy cause.
Diva's gonna look at her watch and kind of frown. As much as I would like to stay, I do still have a guest. Currently he's asleep, but I'd like to be back before he wakes.
Galador nods. Of course. Could you just simply tell him that I'd like to speak with him when he gets the chance?
Of course.
Thank you, Diva.
Diva will give him a smile and get up.
He'll actually hold out a hand.
Diva will hold a hand, give it a nice squeeze, reassuring.
Yeah, if she lets him, he'll pull her into a hug.
Diva will accept the hug. She enjoys it.
He just says thank you for being there for me.
Yeah. Diva will look at Astraea and give her a smile. Give him a smile, just like, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Yeah.
And then Diva will make her way out and start her trek home.
Wait, oh my god, are you going by yourself?
Yes?
No, you're not coming with you.
What? Why?
Too late for that shit. Bad things
It's like 3.
don't matter.
Yes, bad things happen in the night. And you would have no finer warrior than Astraea at your side.
It's fine. I mean, it's not like I can't just stab somebody with one of my heels.
True, very true. Good night, both of you. And it's good to hear.
Why get those heels all bloody when you have an Astraea to throw at them?
It's true. I probably could lift you. Okay, let's go.
Yay!
Good night. Enjoy the evening, and it is good to hear the happiness back in your voice, Astraea.
I always have a little bit. A little bit.
You both give very formal bows as Galador walks you guys to the door.
Oh god, okay, fine. Astraea will return the formal ass bow.
Diva only has like one etiquette, so she's gonna give sort of a bow, but it's gonna be a bow and not a curtsy.
Galador has 0 etiquette,
Great.
so don't worry about it.
Diva's just gonna straight up give a bow because she doesn't know the difference between a bow and a curtsy. And she's gonna make her way home with her escort.
Yeah, with her personal blender.
Alright, well, I think you can do the outro there, Tim, and we can end the scene.
Alright, as we leave this glorious Feels Train / Shit Talk Fest, we will end the scene here. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We will see you again soon.
Bye.